the officials for the new Black Clover chapter came out, and it really was an amazing chapter. I pretty much talked about everything I needed to regarding it when the leaks came out, but here I'm just gonna add more to it because there's a lot of great stuff that's happened in this chapter. One thing I didn't focus enough on is the beginning of it, because we see Yuno trying to fight against Lucifero. Obviously, he can't do much against him. Not even the captains could. Asta couldn't do anything either. But it doesn't matter to him. He still wants to fight. And we get a cool little moment with Mereoleona showing up. And she tag teams with Yuno. I did not touch upon this. I touched upon it briefly in my last video, but this is actually a really cool moment. I never imagined seeing Mereoleona and Yuno fight. Let alone having Mereoleona say, "Glad to see you on the battlefield, kid number 2. Let's go!" As they continue to fight Lucifero together. But one of the highlights of the chapter is definitely Seike, which I touched upon last time. Seike was mostly used as a gag character throughout the whole series. And I never once thought he would be developed in any way, shape, or form. I came up with a funny theory that they would be stuck in a really tough situation, something similar to this, and maybe he would get on his shooting star and comedically get some of the injured Magic Knights out of harm's way. Then we'd see him just talking to himself saying, "Why am I doing this? I'm gonna die. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god." Something like that. I thought a moment like that would be pretty funny. And who knows, for all we know, we could get a moment like that. It's unlikely. But it's something I was thinking that would be pretty funny to see. But that aside, I really did like Seike this chapter. Like I've said before, he's a gag character, but we see Asta fight against Lucifero, and he starts to flash back towards when he was in his village. He used to be the top dog over there. Then when he actually went to go take the Magic Knights exam, as everyone knows, he got bodied by Asta. So we flash forward to events now. We can see that Seike isn't used in any comedic way this chapter. He's seeing someone with no magic get back up to fight against someone who not only beat him, but the captains too. Asta even made Seike wish he had gotten stronger. He says, "Why didn't I try to get stronger?" As we see him burst into tears. This is new ground for Seike. When you have Asta even inspire him, that's incredible. And I like that a lot. I'm not sure about where Seike's development is going to go from here, or exactly what he's going to do after. But I'm pretty excited to see what Tabata plans for him. Maybe they'll go with my idea. Maybe he'll summon his shooting star and do something. Maybe escort all the injured away. Or who knows? I can't really imagine what they're going to do with him, but I'm pleasantly excited. But let's talk about the highlight. The actual, real highlight of this chapter is Asta trying to get healed by Mimosa. She isn't able to do much, if not anything at all. Then we see Asta barely get back up. He can barely walk. And he's trying to fight against Lucifero again. This man can barely speak, and he wants to go back into the fight? That is inspirational, man. We can barely see him talk either. We can tell by the text speech that it's really small. He says, which I assume in a very injured way, he's like, "Thanks, Mimosa." And then we see him get back up and he's slowly walking forward. And you see Mimosa say that her voice can no longer reach him. Then we end the chapter with Asta saying, "I'm on my way." And that's incredibly inspirational. Asta just got destroyed by Lucifero. He saw the captains get embarrassed by him. And yet, we have this kid who has no magic, who can barely walk, who can barely talk, who can barely see, wants to keep fighting against Lucifero? I don't know what else I can say. This moment right here, like I tweeted out, it's peak Black Clover. It's easily one of the biggest highlights in the series. And it's just damn right inspirational. I know I'm sounding like a parrot again, but it is. Asta's showing Seke that this kid from Hodge Village, who had no magic, came from poverty, he's an orphan, showing up in the battlefield willing to risk his life to fight against the devil, essentially. He knows that he doesn't stand a chance, but his will is strong enough to have him keep going. Life and death doesn't mean anything at this moment. What matters is to continue the fight. The stakes are too high, and he understands that. So even if he knows that he has absolutely no chance of winning, he still has to fight because that's what it means to be a magic knight. And I love that. I really do. Easily one of my most favorite chapters throughout the entire series. And easily one of the, if not the biggest moments in Spade. Tabata did an incredible job here. And I don't know what else to say. It's a really, really good moment. And you can tell that it's an amazing moment because everyone was talking about this chapter like crazy. It created so much buzz. It trended, and it didn't even trend with the hashtag. It just trended on its own. So many people are talking about this chapter. And as I make this video, I see that Shonen Jump has posted out a tweet saying news on the hot series page this week, Black Clover. Asta gritting his teeth and rejoining the battle is pure fire. And damn right it is. It's a really good moment. And that final panel, the last page shown in the chapter, it's so well drawn by Tabata. The detail of his injury, you can tell he can barely see. One of his eyes is barely open. He's bleeding. He's exhausted. It's all so well drawn. I love Tabata's art so much. And I can't say that enough. And this really has me excited for the next chapter. I don't know what else to say at this point other than that this chapter was really amazing. One of the highlights of the series. And I'm really excited for the next chapter. But yeah, feel free to let me know what you think about the chapter below in the comments. I'd really like to hear what you guys have to say. And that'll do it for me tonight. I had a lot of fun having to go through the leaks when this chapter released, and I had just as much fun when I was reading the officials as well. This chapter was really something else. Now I'm looking forward to the next chapter, along with the leaks for it as well. This arc has been really, really good as of late, and Tabata has not been disappointing. So here's looking forward to the next chapter. Peace out, everyone.